I would anticipate that people will get a lot of play action on people. Their safeties are going to come down in those boxes. There's going to be wide open middle field. And we're going to have to make them pay for that.
You got the receivers to make them pay for it?
Yes. Oh, yeah. We have really good receiver core. We have speed. We can run. We're fast. And so I think, guys, Elway White, Mike Walker, Jeff Smith. And then we also have some young guys breaking into this that I think are going to come on the scene. And Ben Glines, of course. But you're going to see some young guys break in here. Like C.J. Lewis, he's a 6'4" guy that got on the field a little last year, but I think he's going to have a breakout year. And he's got great hands. He looks like, in terms of his height and speed, and some guys we play against, he can go get the ball.
Coach, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Going back to A.J. Dillon, though, he was part of a freshman running back class that included Travis Etienne and Cam Akers. How exciting is it for this conference to have a trio of really featured great backs like that?
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think you want star power, and those guys all have star power. And I think when you get some backs like that, you get a couple quarterbacks like that, you makes your league really, really powerful league.
How tough is it, though, as a Northern Division coach, when you have Clemson in your division, keep going back to the college football playoff, and you've got to go through that to get to the division play, to get to the conference title game.
Right.
And you just press your luck at being in Atlantic this time.
Well, it's tough. Yeah, I mean, we play in a tough conference, and we're on the toughest side of it, right? And our crossover games are no box of chocolates. We have Virginia Tech as a permanent crossover, and this year we cross over and play Miami, who's predicted to be the winner of that side. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, you guys have a feel for that. It amazes me, though, sometimes nationally, people just don't understand. Even fan bases don't get that. They think, like, all these teams, they're ACC teams. It's not all the same. And it's got an impact. I mean, for teams like us at Syracuse and Wake Forest, and, it's difficult. We have a gauntlet to go through. And the margin for error is small. So we've been talking about how do we take the next step. Yeah, we all want to take the next step. The next step is going from a 6-7 team to becoming a 9-10 team or whatever, right? It's this big, because to get those wins, all you have to do is look at the schedule and see who you have to beat.
Yeah.
And, it's daunting. But it's rewarding when you do it. It was rewarding last year for our team to be able to go out and play the way we did against Florida State. It was a good confidence builder to be able to go on the road at Louisville and be able to outscore that team, that quarterback. That was hard to do. And that kind of got the ball rolling for us with confidence. We played Clemson earlier in the year. We played them nose up at the end of the game. But we were still a young team at that point. We didn't really have that confidence. It happened at Louisville. And then we saw that. And we played NC State. We were playing really well in that game. That's when we lost Anthony. Going in to score a touchdown at like 6 yards line. So you got to come out of the gate. You've got to build early momentum. You've got to gain confidence. That's your best opportunity to play those elite teams that we play. You have to be confident with momentum at the time that you play. And then you need some good fortune.
How hard is it for you to build this at Boston College as far as the talent level, the speed? I mean, it's not a recruiting process.
Right.
How hard?
It's been a process, and it's identifying the right guys. The guys that can make you better, but yet are going to succeed and do well at Boston College academically, socially, and every other way. And there's something to that. I think Tom O'Brien had that figured out really well with his team. And there's a lot to understanding. And along the way, just like everybody else, I mean, the fan base is like, we don't get 5 stars. We don't get 5. Never have. I mean, never have. A.J. Dillon's probably one of 2 of the most highly recruited guys in history, right? So it's not been that way there. It's always been this way. It's been a developmental program. And so you have to, I like to say, you have to do it the old-fashioned way. It's slow and steady. You're not going to get a bunch of transfers. You're not going to get junior college players. You're not going to get a bunch of 5 stars. You got to take the young guys in, work, develop chemistry, and once you load that pipeline, it took us a while to load the pipeline, and now you got to make sure you don't miss on a recruiting year, and so that you can keep the pipeline moving. And I think a huge factor for us, like anybody, is you got to make sure you have the right quarterback. That's difficult. I tell any young guy, I talk to a lot of coaches out there get paid jobs for the first time. So what advice do you have? I would tell them, take 15 quarterbacks if you have to. Because you are in a foot race as a head football coach to get the right quarterback. for your job security. And I've been lucky, right? I was at Syracuse with McNabb. I was at Florida with Tebow. You're in a foot race to get the right quarterback that can help you win a championship. So that's your, if you're lucky enough to come in and inherit one at a young age, good for you. If you're not, you better find one, and you better be right on the money. And that's really what I think. And I think that's the most underrated, most important thing on taking a job. You'd like to go into a place that has a quarterback, but if not, you better be right in your evaluations, and you better land not one, but multiple. So I tell everybody, I don't care what your roster looks like, take 10 of them if you have to, but be right with at least.
What's it like the year after a Tebow leaves, or a year after
very difficult.
Leaves, like just for a coaching staff?
It was difficult because you know what happens when you have a player like a Tebow, it's hard to win. So what happens is sometimes there's look what happened when we lost when McNabb left Syracuse. I left when McNabb left to Notre Dame, but that was one of the toughest things. You never really were able to replace McNabb. And look what happened to Florida after Tebow, right? I mean, now that some guys left there, they ended up being good quarterbacks, but they did not reap the benefits of that. And so I think it's obviously, if you're lucky and you get the next one like that, good for you. But it's hard. And I think what happens is every time you turn over as a head coach or you turn over a coordinator, you got to make sure that you're not turning over philosophies, because then all of a sudden that also makes it hard, right? Because now that you might have one style of guy, and all of a sudden if you can keep your philosophy consistent and you can maintain good recruiting, then you're never at a deficit in that quarterback room. I'm really excited about the fact that this is the best quarterback room we've had since I've been here, and probably long before I got there, back to the Matt Ryan days. I mean, we've got some young players right now. Like this E.J. Perry is a super talented guy. Okay, Matt McDonald, super talented guy. Matt Belichick just came in. Johnny Langdon. We've got a room of young quarterbacks right now that we have already evaluated. We didn't miss on. They're right.
Do you think that, when you're talking about getting these quarterbacks and how important it is for job security, do you think that's why grad transfer quarterbacks is a trend that's not going to go away?
Yeah, I mean, I did it my second year. I brought Kevin Murphy in, and we were able to win 7 games that year. And he was a big bolster to us. But I think I just happen to believe that I probably, you got to get your own guy and develop your own guy. Those are stopgaps, and so I think it's a great tool to have, and it can be extremely helpful. But I think at the end of the day, you want to have in your pipeline the guys that you brought in, that you developed, and not have. You can get in. I got in that cycle a little bit of fifth-year quarterbacks. It happened here at BC to me, and I wanted to get out of it, and we're out of it now.
But is it easy to fall into, because then,
yes,
because then guys underneath are like.
Right, and that doesn't help you, what I mean? And I think it's hard for chemistry sometimes. Some guys on your team, an outsider coming in, that he's in charge of running the team. You like a guy that came up grassroots and is locked arms with the other guys on the team. That's the perfect world. But you got to do what you got to do to make it work. And then sometimes when you take a fifth year, you don't know exactly what it is. I mean, I knew Murphy. I recruited him. I coached him. That was Rick. So, I mean, again, probably off on a tangent. I just think that's so important for any program. That's the obvious. I know I'm just stating the obvious, but sometimes guys forget. So going back, I guess, back. That's my one concern, is making sure that Anthony feels confident, is playing at a high level, get him back in shape to where he was as fast as we can get him there. That would be something that I probably angst about, not because there's any problem, just because I'm angst about it.
When the pieces you got back from a 7-win team, you look around your locker room now and go, I think this year I may not just have a 7-win team. I may have I may have that 8-win, 9-win, 10-win type team this year. You got the ingredients for that?
Yes, we feel like we do, but that's yet to be told. But we feel like we have that chance.
Yeah. Talk about going back to Temple, playing them this year. You were there in Philadelphia. You started something that Al Golden left, and you took over and you kept everything rolling, and now everything's still going the right way. So what's the feeling like when you go back there, and you're playing against them? I know there's not anybody there anymore, but going back to Philly.
Well, they're coming to us.
Yeah, they're coming to you.
But I mean, it's it's a little different because it's not my guys have all left now. That was Matt Rule's last year was all the kids that I played as true freshmen.
Right.
last year at Temple. But I have great respect for Temple. You know, I feel great pride in helping build that program. I mean, I came in there and we won the first bowl in 35 years, and we built a brand new facility. And my relationship with Nick Carparelli in the Big East got us into the Big East. And so my first year in the Big East was when it was still Louisville and Rutgers and everybody, and we played all true freshmen, and we won 4 games that year. But it laid the foundation for what was going to be a nice run there at Temple. So them coming to us, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to tell you is I have a full appreciation for the program and the quality of athlete they have there, and that's going to be a tough game, you know, because they've got ability, they've got talent, and they'll be hungry.
Yeah, what about having Miami on the schedule? Because I know you talked a lot on the teleconference call about having, you know, the rivalries in Miami, you know, and Boston College going back to '84 with, you know, Hale Flutie and all that stuff.
I mean, I think it's a great game. It's just another daunting game on our schedule. Like, we have to cross over to Virginia Tech permanently. Now we're crossing over to play, you know, what's preseason picked to be the number 1 team on this side of the division, right? So it's challenging. Without a doubt, we play enough good teams on our own side, but that's the luck of the draw we have. We also play a non-conference game. We're on the road at Purdue, who's an emerging team. No box of chocolates there either.
Right.
So there's not a lot of breaks for us, quite honestly. Even our opener against UMass, just the fact that it's an in-state game and it'll be their Super Bowl, and they got a really good quarterback. I mean, you know, we got to take them one at a time, you know, obviously, and really anchor down, because we've got a long road, a lot of talented teams with a lot of tough games.
Is that the home game at your stadium, or are they going to be at a neutral site?
No, it's at our place.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. No, we're home, then home against Holy Cross, then on the road to Wake Forest, then on the road to Purdue, then home against Temple, then on the road against NC State.
Steve, what do you make of the whole conversation